everyone, my name's Aster, and today we wanted to talk to you about our brain. We have what is known as dissociative identity disorder, or DID. We prefer to refer to ourselves as a system. We can get more into that later. And this is just kind of an introductory video to how we understand that, how we think about it, and what it means to us in the hopes of educating friends and family and whatever strangers happen across this. So hello everyone. You all know us as Aster, and we are still Aster, collectively. But the person speaking to you now is, I am Cersei, we are Aster, put it that way. So what is DID? It's a dissociative disorder. It is the result of trauma, usually childhood trauma, and so it kind of goes hand in hand with our diagnosis of complex post-traumatic stress disorder. And to us, being a system is a means of coping with a fractured mind, might be a way of thinking of it. We have undergone a lot of stress and trauma throughout our life, and this has caused heavy levels of compartmentalization. We don't have access to all of our memories all of the time, and the communication between the different parts of our brain that have developed to deal with these different scenarios and these different stressors we've put in have trouble communicating with each other. And a helpful way to manage this and to work through it and let us function in a day-to-day capacity has been to identify these different aspects of self, to personify them, and to treat them as real people, treat ourselves as real people. And this has given us the tools and strategies necessary to begin to work through our trauma and to understand it and to grow from it and begin to move past it. So that's what DID is to us. It is this set of skills, this way of thinking to help us deal with the damage that has been done to our mind, to our psyche. You see this a lot in neurodivergent people, and queer people who have gone through really rough life circumstances given their differences to the broader society. And it's it gets forced upon you in a way. Thinking about ourselves in this way and thinking about our emotions in this way is kind of like the only way it makes sense, the only way to get all the parts working together, cooperating, and help deal with like self-destructive behavior and suicidality, depression, and that sort of thing. It's not a made-up thing. It's not, people with DID are not crazy. It is a very reasonable and real response to some of the horrendous things people get put through in their lives. So, as I mentioned before, I'm Cersei. I am one of the core alters, the core facets of Aster's personality. I lean more towards the feminine side of things. I am a nurturer, a caretaker. I am responsible for a lot of our ability to practice self-care and healthy emotional management. I am the driver behind a lot of our intimate relationships, a lot of our social capacity. And yeah, I exist to help Aster grow, to move past a lot of what we've been through. Other notable amongst another one of the main three of us is Sam. Sam fills the role of protector, and is the one in charge of a lot of our outward-facing, our public-facing persona. He... Hold on. Hi, I'm Sam. I am the protector of this system. Which means I handle a lot of the outward-facing stuff. Things like going to school, driving, running errands, dealing or interacting with people we don't feel safe around, we don't feel secure being around. Falls on me. I also carry most of our trauma because, again, I was the outward-facing persona, so when stuff got bad, I was the one who came out and dealt with it. So we also deal with a lot of anxiety, and, this makes being in charge a lot of the kind of important day-to-day stuff difficult, because a lot of re-traumatizing experiences, especially with things like school. I use he, him pronouns. Cersei uses she, her. I'm much more comfortable being presenting masculine, and kind of filling a lot of traditional masculine roles, so being aggressive, physical, not being put off by violence, that sort of thing. I also have a very hard time letting go of control. I think this stems from our desire to protect, is if we are in control, we can protect, and if we are not, we cannot. So I also have a tendency to run our body ragged, because I also I have a very strong drive to do and get out in the world, and I think this stems from my desire to be a protector. If I see a lot of hurt and I see a lot of wrong in the world, I want to fix it, I want to deal with it, so that I don't have to, be constantly vigilant. I would like to live in a world where it's okay for me to take a break, and it's not necessary for me to be out every day and dealing with life's shit. Now we're going to try and introduce Goose. We've never been... Goose is the one of our main core that is... Oh my god, cat! Goose has the hardest time coming out. Goose is an extension of our... This cat is very annoying. Come on, I gave you a piece. Goose is an extension of our inner child. They carry some of our earliest memories, incredibly vulnerable and soft. They're the one who holds a lot of our trauma around abandonment and loneliness. And they're also the one who knows how to play and is the source of a lot of our creativity. And, things have been especially rough for them because the culture we grew up in, the society we currently live in, does not value creativity, does not value imagination, does not value play, practically at all at this point. And So it feels very dangerous to allow Goose to express themselves, especially in front of people who are not our partners. So I don't think they're going to come out today and talk. I don't think we're quite comfortable presenting ourselves and letting Goose out to the general public just yet. But know that they are there, and as we understand more about ourselves, we would like to share more and we'd like to educate more. But what's really important for us is to have an audience to play off of, is to have people ask questions, because all the information is in our head, all the data is there. But as part of our autism, ADHD, or part of our neurodivergence, it's very hard to pull stuff out of ourselves to give to you. So please, I encourage you to reach out to us in the comments, or DM us, or however it is you know to contact us. Please contact us with questions and thoughts. We really want this to be a conversation and to help you better understand not just us, but the role trauma has, not just in our own lives, but in our society at large. So it's something that's not talked about or taken seriously in the way we think it should, and a lot of pain and suffering results from that. So I hope you learned something. I hope you found this informative. Like, share, subscribe, because this is YouTube and we live in algorithm hell. But besides that, we love you all. Love one another. Love yourself. And I hope you have a good day. Thanks for watching.